husband, Pastor Keon Henderson, are the news for different reasons. Her husband, the pastor, shushed a female member of his church who was doing too much, and I think he was in the right for that. But we're here to talk about Shani. In her memoir, she revealed that she really wasn't in love with Shaq. So it got me thinking that, like as a professional athlete, how does it feel to be with a woman that's been for years you were married to, had 4 kids with, revealed in a memoir that she really wasn't really into you like that. She just was in it for the benefits of being with you. So I guess the question is, should male pro athletes get with a woman before they go pro? And Trey, I'm starting with you.
So, of course, in this particular instance, to stay to the letter of the question, it kind of doesn't make a difference in this case if he was with her prior to his stardom or not, based on the fact of he became who he is and who he is. So even if a person starts out with them, it's kind of like it's not going to make a difference. Now, when it comes to the way it was done, where he was um, already, because they got married in, I think, 2002, so he was well within in the league. Uh, it's like unfortunate you can't. It's like the lotto. I mean, we can say she hit the lotto and played her position, and things ain't go right as the story was saying, and it's just one of those things. So it's hard to tell, but I think it's kind of like almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. It just depends on y'all interaction with one another and how y'all live.
All right, Greedy.
Like with that situation, that's unfortunate. Um, but what I want to say on that is, if you go back to this, I know these are two different type situations. Like LeBron and his wife, you know what I'm saying, Savannah. Like Savannah met LeBron in high school, right? And
Yes.
they've been together ever since. Now, the only thing I would say about that is, like, if a woman been with you before you was making major money and she was there with you through the struggles, then and somewhat you can say, I would say like more than half the time she's genuine, and that's a personal experience in my life too. When I was had women when that was down me when I ain't have like much. But it's hard to tell a woman's intentions when she get with a guy and he already had some going. Shaq already was established in the league. He already took Orlando to the finals with Penny Hardaway. Y'all remember that when they went against the Houston Rockets. Um, and he went to L.A. And won like I believe like one chip or two.
Hmm.
With Kobe. Yeah, so he was already an established person, so when she said, it wasn't because of love, I actually believe that, it probably was. That's authentically the way she felt. She, she wanted the lifestyle, just like other women get with a caliber player like Shaq. They want the lifestyle too. Any ball player, not just Shaq, but it could be Michael Jordan, Penny Hardaway, Jason Kidd, whole ground, etc. Any player that has some established stuff, and women, I ain't gonna say all women, but women by nature, what's it called, hypergamous. They always looking for the bigger and better deal. But you do have a few that will stick through the grind and and be with that person, from the ground up. But I think the situation is unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And am I surprised about it? Just a little bit, but at the same time, not that surprised. And because she could have got with him just because he was in a great situation or he was greatly established. So I'm indifferent, but that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, yeah, I think you make a good point because when she got with him, she already had a son already. Who Shaq has taken in as his own, and Miles, and she was able to use the show Basketball Wives, and come up from that as well. That's how she was able to take that for the good lifestyle. So our fourth guest has joined us, Mister Jason Boyd,
Hey, how you guys
unapologetic.
doing today?
What's good?
What's
What's
going
How you
good?
on,
doing?
Jay?
All right, sir.
Can't
Yeah, I
complain.
was asked. Yeah, you missed the news, but also we on our first
Gerald,
question. Yes, yeah. So we on our first question. I was answering, but since you're here, I'll let you answer. This is from Shani revealing in her book that she really wasn't uh, into Shaq like that. So I guess I'll let you ask: should man pro athletes give it the woman before they go pro?
what do you mean before get with a woman before they go pro, or marry a
Yes,
woman before they?
before they go pro.
I'm not understanding the question.
Well,
So is it good for?
Shaq just found out the woman that he was married to for all the years and had 4 kids with really wasn't to him like that. She's with him for the benefits, for the lifestyle, rather than him.
Right. But should they get married or just date? You're saying?
They should they get a woman before they go pro so that the woman is down for them rather than what he could do for her.
Oh, should they get a woman? I mean, if you can get a good woman before you go pro, that would be great. But I mean, I don't know. I think if anything, you should. I've actually had this conversation years ago when I was on the road with a guy who was on the road longer than me. He's actually from Illinois, from Peoria, and he was like he wanted to stay on the road but not have a woman until he came off the road, so he didn't have to worry about cheating or whatever the case may be. So maybe you just wait till later in age, or wait till you retire, then you kind of settle down. Um, you might find a more genuine woman. Especially these days, it's difficult. You have all these women who are looking to marry athletes. I mean, they're going to be there. They're going to be on, on the online, trying to DM them and all those things. So these days, I would at least wait as an athlete. I would wait till I was minimum 32, 33 to even think about marriage in that type of lifestyle. Because it's difficult for anybody.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think I'm of the opinion that a man should, see what a woman is, like her value is, what are her looks, what she bring to the table, what she is a benefit to you. Like whether this woman is, seeing you as a person, or whether what or not you can do for her. So I'm of the opinion that it's probably best, I guess as Rita was saying of the LeBron and Savannah, like he's known since high school, so they've been down since day one. So that Savannah is down for LeBron, whether he's big or not. But so I think it's best that the guy get with a woman, before he reaches a certain status, so that the woman that he knows the woman's true motives, so that she's trying to benefit off of him, and trying to just take the money and run. So basically, I'm not saying shot to the money and run. Basically, I'm saying after the divorce, she did basketball wives, which got even big off of that. Made a name out to be a Shaq's ex-wife. And then, she met this pastor, and now she's the first lady. So her status has increased even more, being the Shaq's ex-wife. So I guess I'm saying as a man has to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't get married. I don't know what the benefit of getting married for a man who, at that point in his life, who's making that amount of money. I don't really see the benefits. Now, don't be wrong. If you are, ultra religious, respect, and you feel like you need to get married, that's cool. Whatever you think you need to do to be. I think marriage is a fine institution, but at that age, at that time, I think you should wait. Now, obviously, you had Kobe who got married. He got married early, but at the same time, he ended up cheating. Because I mean, it's difficult. You're that young. You're on the road. Many girls want to be with you. I mean, that's a tough thing. I mean, I never made it to the NBA, but I mean, I was on the road, and there were girls. And I wasn't married at the time. I was 24, 25. I couldn't even imagine like being married and being overseas, or being down in South America, or being out in California. Oh, it would take a strong man.
Very sure.
I know this sounds crazy. This is gonna sound crazy, but we don't mean this exact serious. But I had a teammate one time. His name was Percy from Philly, close to where I'm from. And he was like, we used to talk about Magic Johnson, but he was like, man, look, man, if I was in the '80s and I was in LA and I was a number one pick, I would probably get sick too, because I would have been out there wilding, because you're stupid in your 20s.
Oh yeah, I've seen the
Yeah.
stories. I know the one time that he had the 6 women with him. I'm like, man, it's not a women, but yeah, he was out there. Yeah, so I see that's how it go as well. Also, as well, off this question is another question as well. A lot of black women are upset that a lot of the guys coming to the league have white girlfriends rather than black girlfriends. And what is your opinion on that? And what would you say to these African sisters upset that most of these brothers are with the Caucasian ladies and not them?
Oh, who?
Either one. I mean, who want to go first?
Oh, well, I speak on that. I don't put like full disclosure right now. I'm dating a black woman. Okay. That that always been my first preference, of course. Because you always gotta start with the root. But when it comes to love, love is not a certain skin color. You know, if you connect with that person, you click with that person, then that's okay. I give you an example. Like we just got to talking about Kobe, right? Kobe and Vanessa. Now they from different cultures, but Kobe spoke like so many different languages. So he could almost relate to almost all cultures. So love. We prefer our own. Well, I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but at least me. But would I, marry a white woman or a woman outside the culture? If we was clicking on all levels. Yeah, possibly, but it's probably not likely, but possibly. Um, but going into that, what I'm saying, I see about a black woman mad, but at the same time, I don't know if y'all heard the term called swirling. You have black women on the other hand, dating, white men and other cultures. And I have no problem with it. Serena Williams got a white husband, don't she?
She does.
Yeah, yeah. So, on that token, what I'm saying, people have a right to love who they love, without feeling like, they cautious, to doing something because they have to for the culture. You know what I'm saying? You loving somebody, loving that person ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It just like another instance, not to fall too far off topic. Like if a guy like a guy look at your girl and say, "Oh, she ugly," or "She this and that," but what makes you comfortable with her is not gonna make the other person comfortable with her because you got to be with, not him. You know what I'm saying? So why should I care about another man's opinion about my woman? And addition, saying why should I care about what another woman think about my woman that I love? You know what I'm saying? Or a man think about a woman that a man that woman love. For instance, So I to me, it's petty because you can be with a black woman and she'll treat you good, but on the other hand, you can be with a black woman that'll take you for everything you have. So I hate when well, I ain't gonna say hate because hate is a strong word. I dislike when people say like well, you a sellout because you date another race. You don't know that person background. You don't know that person experience with their own culture. So you can't say they selling out. They just going with what their heart going with or what their heart feels. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna make it long, but that's the way I feel about it. Everybody has a right to do what they want to do. As long as it's not harming nobody and it makes them happy.
I mean, I feel like black women have come a long way in the last 20 years in terms of how they feel about black men dating white women. I mean, I think they're going out and they're dating us, but they're also dating outside their culture as well. I mean, most of them. I mean, it's been many years outside of where I've seen a black woman really try to clown a black man like that, unless like they felt some type of way about the dude and the girl he was with was ugly on top of that. Maybe they might crack some jokes or something, maybe. But generally speaking, I mean, these days, I mean, I feel, I have no problem with when if a beautiful black woman dates a white man or whatever type of black woman. I don't have a problem when. I mean, I honestly, I don't care. I have a son. I don't care if he dates. I don't care who he ends up dating. I care less. Some people may care. I mean, people do mostly by the numbers end up dating within their race. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't read that, but that's what I've heard people say the numbers are. Most people go back, and I think that is correct. But to me, it doesn't really matter. It's also very difficult. People never talk about it. Like, we're 13% of the population, and like as a black man, you like women, and like let's say you come in the city. I think it's more difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can seek out and live in the places where you know you want to live if you want to find a black woman, but it is more difficult because there's just a whole bunch of women. So if you have like, let's say like 100 women, 13 of them are going to be black. 60 of them are going to be white. 5 of them are going to be Asian. 4 of them are going to be Hispanic. And then how many out of those do you find attractive? So you're going to have if you really like a bunch of women, you're going to have a bigger dating pool. And then if you're playing sports, I mean, you're going to date. I mean, I think most guys who have access and who aren't looking to get married and want to mess around for a little bit, they're going to try as many. I'm not going to lie. Look, when I was overseas, it's not how I am now, but I was trying to I wanted to try every different culture to see if there was a difference. Like I was trying when I was younger. I wanted to see. I just did, but I don't care. But I mean, but no, I don't care. And I think black women over. I think they've done a pretty good job. They haven't been like years ago. They would be often upset, but I think black women are doing their thing, and they can go out and they can get men, both black men and whatever other type of men they want as well. It doesn't matter to me at all.
I guess in a way I'm gonna quote Dr. Umar Johnson. It says, Caucasian women play the long game. Black women are for the now. So that's why growing up, you're gonna see most black women, dating the Pookie and Ray Rays, dating the thugs because they got the money right now. They don't want to be with a guy. So the guy that's working the 9 to 5, the guy that's, playing ball, the guy going to school, they don't want him. They want a guy that has it right now. They also, like got more attitude. So that's why, with college, more than likely a black college athlete is going to be dating a Caucasian woman because they are willing to build with the guy, and they also don't want to, say Bobby this, Bobby that, like most, sisters, they get with the guy, Bobby this, Bobby that. I want that right now. I want this right now. I want my nails done, hair done, shoes done, pay my mother's rent, pay my, father's car note, et cetera, et cetera. They want all this right now. So that's why, they don't want to build with a guy. So that's why when, guys in college, he's likely going to get a Caucasian woman because they want to build with him. That's why they're there.
I'll say that, but if you had a choice, I get, you might date some Caucasian women, or you may date a lot of Caucasian women. But I think most black guys, regardless, I mean, I like all types of women. But if you could date, if you had to choose between the finest black woman and the finest whatever type of woman, most black guys would probably pick the finest black woman. Like if they were both on
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
the finest black woman. That's the biggest prize to me. That's the biggest. I mean, I date all over the place, but the finest black woman is the biggest prize. The biggest prize. You get the most respect for that.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. We all want the black woman. I'm saying the black woman wants the dad. That's why they would like to go for the Pookie and Ray Ray more than the guy that's trying to be or something. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why most black college athletes end up with Caucasian women because they want to be with them. They're not trying to take for them too. They know the long game, as Dr. Umar was saying. That's why they're there when the black guy is successful. And that's why they don't mind being with the Caucasian woman. The black woman wants a brother that's either Pookie Ray Ray or a guy that's already successful. A guy that's already made it. They're not trying to help build a guy. They want a guy that's already made.
You think so?
I know so. Yes.
Yes. I don't know. I hear that online. I hear that on a lot of red pill stuff. I hear that all the time.
That's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah. It's the truth. To tell you the truth, I'm looking to be dating the woman I'm dating right now. She's not about that. She took me on a couple of dates actually.
Right, but I mean, but there's white women out there too that will be like, "Oh, you're a brokey." Like they'll do the same thing. I don't see like
The drunk has the point. The fattest black woman come with way more demands than the fattest white woman. Agreed. 1,000% drunk. 1,000%. That's what drunk said. Drunk said in the comment. See the comment that drunk said? The fattest black woman come with way more demands than the fattest white woman. Agreed.
I mean, he has a point. For me growing up in the hood, I'm put down the background. I grew up, in the ghetto. Was born around the projects. What Gerald was saying, is accurate. You know what I'm saying? What man want me when I was just, working at some Gabby 37 in high school? They want that older man, that had the twins on his car and stuff, with the grill in his mouth.
Right.
They, they want me, sure I ain't have nothing.
Right. Like I said, you want their hair done, Jay. Nails done. Mother's rent. Father's condo. Little sister's braces. All that.
Man, shoot, I'm gonna tell y'all a short story. When I graduated from the V, right, I met this girl when I was 19. At the time I was working at this multi-chain fast food joint restaurant downtown Madison. Y'all probably seen me before. It's Dunkin' Donuts, Togo sandwiches, and the Baskin Robbins. I got that senior in high school. And I was having met a girl on the red line. I didn't know how crazy she was, man, but she was actually beautiful, man. She almost looked like I used to call her Beyonce, but she wasn't like a Beyonce, but she was close to it. But I thought she was cool and everything. But then when I met her, she had these demands. She said, well, I need my hair and nails done every month. I was 19 at that time. You know what I'm saying? And me. At 19, I'll be honest, I was still naive to women. I was still naive to the game. So she would pretty much say like she'll call me Friday. She'll say like you got some money for me to hold and shoot. I'm saying time, at that time, I'm loading packages at UPS. At 20 years old, I'm loading packages at 20 at UPS. Shoot, I'm working the twilight shift. We only made like what? Because it was like $9 an hour back then, I think. Yeah, or 8.50. Shoot, I don't make. You can match my checks. If I work only like what 20 some hours, there was only like about $200 if that. And and I was telling my mom at the same time, and here she go. And micro braids back then cost like $150, I believe, $150 for micro braids. And I'm saying like, baby, can we just do this one time a month and then just or find a cheaper hairstyle so I can sustain myself. And she didn't want to hear that. She said, "I want micro braids or else." She was trying to force me to get.
That's crazy.
And she was trying. Look, listen. I know I got y'all laughing.
Sorry,
but check it out.
I don't want to date you. I don't want to date you. Like, I don't.
I'm finna wrap up the story. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to. She was actually trying to get me to. She should actually give me to spend money because I was trying to save money, because I wasn't making much. I was in college. I was going to the Brown University and working like help desk part time. So I had 2 gigs, but it was like, man, she was just so high maintenance. And then, she almost got me into a fight one of the times at a nail shop. Because it's doing there, you know how dudes be. It's right there on Cos Grove, actually. Same night from Cos Grove,
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. The nail shop, and the guy that came there selling some bootleg bags, right? She wanted one of them purses. She's like, I know you heard me talking to you. I said I want MF and purse. I said, baby, calm down. Let me go talk to him. Because I think she over agitated because I guess she was trying to give purse and she felt like he ignored her. And man, I'm like, man, I almost got, man, I did get into a fight there. The Chinese people have to break it up, man, because I'm like, man, I'm in the bad territory, where I don't know nobody around here. I said, man, I could get killed from a fight. I could get jumped on, I said she
What
put me in
neighborhood?
all type of situations that ain't had to be in. She
Channel.
had just let me handle the situation. But to cut a long story short, I ended up breaking up with that same girl for like 2 years. But that was an experience, and that's one instance I can go back to what Gerald was talking about. They don't care what your situation is, even if they get you, you know what I'm saying? They get you at the moment, but they want what they want when they want it.
Yes. Black women don't want to play build a man. They want the man already made. They want the man already with the money. They don't want a
Right.
man to try to get to the
Do,
money.
do,
They
do
don't
you
have
think
time for that.
do you think black middle class women are like that as well?
It all depends on how you raise. Some
There
women
you
are
go.
raised. Some women are raised to go for the money right now. They're not raised to take your time with a guy. They raised to go for it right now. They are told if a guy ain't got it, leave him alone. Go to the guy who does have it.
Use what you got to get what you need.
Right. You know, we can do a tangent like all day while how certain black women give the wrong guy all their best years and all their kids, and when they get 40, so they didn't want a good man, to grow old with. But we go on and on about that. But that's
Oh
just how
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
You right,
This
you
and
right about
this
that.
and this is basically why most athletes are married to Caucasian women, because they know how to get a man, they know what to do to be with the man. Unlike most sisters who are not raised right.
See,
And that's the point.
I don't think it's like that. I think it's a numbers game, and like there's so and don't and whatever you like, whoever you like, but just so if you're an athlete, you're out there, you're making money, and you're seeing girls all the time. Like there's just so many more white girls than there is other type of. I mean, chances are you have access to all types of places. It's just I don't. I mean, if there was as many black girls in the country as there were white girls, I think that more there wouldn't be as many athletes who married outside the race or white women. They still would. They'd still like them, but just because by the
Yeah,
numbers alone.
yeah. I think this is why most sisters are trap queens and side tricks. Trap queens and side chicks rather than wives, because they don't know the role to play as a woman. It's
Right.
society. It's just what it is.
And right, yeah, right. Another thing talking with him too. When they get that type of man, they don't know how to treat that type of man. A man that's already established, or a man, that come with high resources. Like, oh, I ain't gonna cook. We think I'm a slave.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm gonna say. That's the problem too. Like you said, on the rated raised, they're not raised to be traditional.
yeah. You're right.
To traditional woman. I mean, traditional man should go for traditional woman.
You're certainly right, Gritty. We could actually go on this on a tangent. We'd actually, kick back on this on another podcast, because we,
Right,
we
right,
go on and
right.
off this forever today. So we're just gonna move on. So we're gonna go to topic number 2. This is kind of like a little irritating to me, because the Lakers fired Darvin Ham and the Suns today fired Frank Vogel. Charles Barkley said it best last week on Inside the NBA. It's not the coach's fault. It's the fault of the GMs and the owners that these trash players on the court rather than the coaches. So,
Yeah.
of course, the question is, why are every organizations quick to scapegoat head coaches rather than blame themselves for choosing the players on the team that aren't good enough? I'm gonna start with you, Jay.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I watch every Lakers game, but I do listen to a lot of NBA podcasts. And some of the younger guys, when I say younger, I mean between the ages, let's say like 22 and let's say 35. They actually sit there and they do watch the games, and some of them are Laker fans. You have a guy out there named Damo, and then you have another who's on Players Choice, and he also has his own podcast. You have Lowe out there; he's a Lakers fan, but he also has his Legend of Winning has his own podcast, and they went over often when Darvin Ham was actually making the mistakes and the mistakes that he was making. They weren't just saying the coach had to be fired. They were actually pointing out what he was doing all season during the year, whether they were winning or not, and what he was doing wrong. Not just like an ESPN podcast where like, oh, they're doing this wrong, you should have done this. They've been pointing it out, not even this year, last year. They've never thought that he was a good coach. Now, do I know whether he's a good coach or not? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched enough Lakers games to actually watch the games, but the podcasts that I hear, especially those guys, a lot of those guys who aren't professionals, but watch the games, they don't think Darmingham did a good job, and it's not just instantly. It's not. They've been saying it for 2 years, 2 years straight. I don't know if you guys watch Players' Choice or if you watch Low or any of those guys.
Yeah. I have seen them, but some of the stuff they say, I agree with, and it'd be a little bit of stuff they be saying, it'd be biased to me, just because they like LeBron or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think that I think Lowe's more a Lakers fan than a LeBron fan. They may like LeBron, but I mean, I don't think dissing Darmingham in any way helps LeBron's case, especially now. I mean, LeBron's 39. I don't care, win, lose, whatever. I mean, it is what it is to me now. I mean, he could win another championship, lose in the first round, not make the playoffs. I mean, he's 39, 40 years old. He did what he did to me. It's cool if he wins another one. If he doesn't, it's whatever. But I mean, like I said, I don't know if Darmingham did a good job or not. But I'm just saying, a lot of people, it wasn't, even when they were doing pretty well, they were pointing out things that Darmingham was doing wrong.
Okay, so Darmingham is debatable, but Frank Vogel had a roster that wasn't good enough at all, and I don't think he should have been fired at all. Frank Vogel is a good coach. It's proven. The fact he had a roster that wasn't good enough. Bradley Beal should retire tomorrow because he is stealing money every day he's on the court. He was just straight garbage out there. KD and Devin Booker doing their thing. When they didn't have no point guard, they don't have no bench. Frank Vogel had nothing to work with. The fact he was fired was absurd.
Again, I didn't see this question, but I agree. They did not have the roster. The GM did not build that team. I don't know how they could go through the whole season without getting a point guard and thinking that Bradley Beal could be a full-time point guard, or even Booker has played point guard, but for him to be your full-time point guard, no, because that takes away from what he does best, score.
Right.
Yes, and also, we can say a lot about DeAndre Ayton dominating, but he is a way better player than Yusuf Nurkic, and they should have kept Ayton at least one more year.
Yeah. They went to the finals with Ayton.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think Ayton's not playing well this year?
It's the fact that he got his money and he played the Portland without Dame Lillard, so he up there just playing whatever. But if you trade DeAndre Ayton to a team that's worth something, he will be on the court playing Riverdale. I promise you that. Playing the Portland, what can you do? Portland ain't going nowhere. So I ain't gonna fault too much for that. Once he goes somewhere with a team that's actually going somewhere, you'll see DeAndre Ayton stepping up. The problem with Ayton and Phoenix was him and Monty Williams to get along. So once they fired Monty Williams, they could have convinced Ayton to stay one more year. No, Monty's gone. Let's stay one more year and see how things go. But they said no, he has to go for whatever reason.
Well, I mean, I agree with you. Vogel got scapegoated. I guess he got scapegoated based on the fact that the roster was just flawed. They didn't have a very good team. We have to start, believing that KD. As much as I like KD, I don't have a problem with him. But I mean, he's getting old. So he can't get to his spots is easily anymore. He doesn't have his bag as much anymore. But which happens when you get older because your legs kind of go. He's still a great player. I don't even know who do you think should be Phoenix's best player? Is it him or is it Booker? Who should be?
Phoenix is all about Devin Booker. Devin Booker is the Phoenix Suns. He is their franchise player.
So do you think this year he was their best player, or do you think KD was?
I think it's always Devin Booker. Phoenix is about Devin Booker. KD is there to assist Devin Booker.
Okay.
So I'll say this for Phoenix. Bradley Beal has a no trade clause, so he ain't going nowhere. And Booker is obviously going nowhere. So they need to trade KD and get back some roster players in return. Maybe they might get better.
Well, what's their situation? Do they have any space? Can they keep KD and get a point guard? And
between KD, Bill, and Booker, that's they basically whole salary cap. That's why they got to trade KD and get back some players in return that could actually fill out a team.
Yeah, that salary cap is that what they pay all three of the players combined was ridiculous.
Bradley Beal makes almost $50 million. Then Booker almost makes $50 million. KD almost makes $50 million. That's $50 million for 3 players. That's just too much.
I'll take KD for 2 years. We have room. We can trade. We can do a sign and trade with Tobias. Oubre. I would take KD for 2 years with Joel. Maybe keep. They can say just. I think they could win a chip if Joel could not get injured. I mean, Joel would have been MVP this year if he didn't get injured.
I mean, we can go on and on, but I think that Tobias Harris is through.
Well, he is in Philly. He's going in Philly.
Yeah.
He just threw because he just ain't showed up for years.
What's that?
Yeah.
He just ain't showed up for years, man. Who wants Tobias Harris? I don't want Tobias.
And
Tobias is a good player though.
He don't show the playoffs every year. He don't show the playoffs every year. Who wants that? Who makes all this money and no shows?
But picking back on your point, San Francisco actually had a chance to make it to the finals in the East.
Wait, who had a chance? The Sixers?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they had like a year or two when they had like Ben Simmons, they had Tobias. I think on one part of the team, one year of the team, they had Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that was 2019. That was 2019. That was 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, we did.
Yeah, I know, but they had to me, in my opinion, they had a chance at least get to Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes, and they kept losing. They had a chance 2019, 2021. Yes, last year they lost all them series in 7, all of them.
If things went just halfway right, we'd be running the East right now. It's halfway right, but they went totally wrong. Mitch Simmons went crazy. Then obviously Harden went loopy.
Yeah.
What's his name from in Orlando who was with us? He was injured. We lost Jimmy Butler and we kept Tobias, which I thought was the right move at the time because I mean Jimmy Butler was great. We could have used him in the clutch, but Tobias is younger and I thought was a good player. But yeah, we should have been, but I mean we're not, and now we're screwed. I mean we can get it. They're talking about getting Paul George. I do not want Paul George. I like Paul George's game, but he's like 34, 35 now. I hate getting guys like when they're old. Like, nah, I'd rather get Brandon Ingram. and we have room. Don't be wrong. I think Paul George is a really good player, but I don't want an old Paul George.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, see, that's the point. See, all these players, and they always keep scapegoating the head coach. The players, the ones don't show up on the court, but the coach takes the blame. Why is that the case?
Well, which coaches do you? I mean, I think
all coaches. I mean, basically all coaches get the blame for the players no showing
not
on the
performing.
Court. Right, and I don't think that's fair because the coaches, I believe, putting the players in the best position to succeed. The players are not doing it, and the coaches are getting blamed for that.
Right,
and that ain't right.
Right. Just like just like we talking about, everybody was talking about the Darvin Ham situation. Now, hold back on that. This is my opinion about this. Okay. So he came in as a rookie head coach, but he also been an assistant. Correct me if I'm wrong. He been an assistant coach on the Lakers before.
Yes.
I
would say that Darvin Ham is also a former NBA player. I think that the fact that the coach is a former NBA player to me is a big bonus because he's actually out there on the court putting in the blood, sweat, and tears. Because I think it's better to relate to a former player as a coach than a guy who never played the pro game before.
But listen, again, I don't want. What do you think that Frank Vogel and Darvin Ham do well? I love basketball, but I don't like. What is he good at? Does he out of the half? Does he come out of timeouts? Does he come out with good plays? Does he alter his plan at halftime? Like, what does he do well? I honestly, I'm asking because I don't. Well, I can tell you what they did well. Does Darvin Ham do things well? Does he do things he should do? Does he play the right lineups?
Well, let me chime in on something. Because honestly, I got tired all year people dogging Darvin Ham like he ain't no good coach, or at least decent coach. But we seen. Okay, I'll make a point here. I know it's a small sample size, but we seen them win games without LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So you have to be somewhat of a good coach to manage to get wins against top tier teams without your star players being in. So, to go as far to say Darvin Ham's a good coach, not a good coach, that's nonsense. Okay. And then,
So you think he is a good coach? I don't have an opinion whether it's good or not, coach or not. You think he is a good
well,
coach?
I'm not saying you. I'm talking about why I'm in here, not there on social media and stuff.
Right. I know people are trashing him.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Because I give you a recent instance. Game 2, right? Everybody saw the game 2 against Lakers and the Nuggets. LeBron had a chance to win the game to 3, and he bricked it. How is that Darvin Ham fault? That's not on Darvin Ham. That's on LeBron. He should have made the shot.
And Greedy, you said it. And Greedy, you said it. Any team that LeBron is on, LeBron is going to.
Fired.
LeBron, yes, but I'm also saying LeBron's going to put his input on things no matter who the coach is. That's why,
Right.
I know some people that call him Coach James because he has so much input that a normal player should have. I think
that's every super duper.
No, LeBron has more than most. LeBron personally fired David Black. He might as well just went to David Black personally and said, "You fired. Get out."
Yeah.
And Charlie was in. He should have did that personally rather have the executives do it. LeBron should have been the man and told David Black, "You fired." Rather than have the executives do it like a coward.
Right.
I mean, Kobe did the same thing, in between.
No, not like
that. Not like that.
Not like that. Not to LeBron James level. LeBron James level.
LeBron
was full mutiny on Mike D'Antoni. He did a full
but that was for what, one coach?
D'Antoni don't coach defense. He don't coach defense. He coaches offense. He's offensive coordinator. He's not a NBA head coach. He's offensive coordinator. That's all he is.
Wait, who?
Basically, Mike D'Antoni. He coached offense. That's it.
Kobe got him up out of there. Kobe got Shaq up out of there.
But Kobe did win 2 more rings. Kobe won 2 more rings, and Kobe is the most loved athlete in LA history. Even above Magic, even above Kareem. They love Kobe out there. That's when he passed. The city was devastated. They are still today without Kobe devastated. But basically, back to LeBron. LeBron runs everywhere he goes, except Miami, when he wanted to fire.
Yeah, Pat Riley wasn't playing there.
Pat Riley said no. He is the coach. You're gonna play. But that's happened over time.
I mean, Magic got his coach fired. After they won the championship,
But that worked out though. Pat Riley proved to be a great coach.
But he got his coach fired after they won the championship. Like after they won the championship.
Yes, Jay.
Yes, Jay.
Stars have input, but LeBron has input on another level. LeBron
there you go. That's what we're trying to say.
It's
not the same thing. It's
LeBron shuts down plays.
Jordan got what's his name up out of there? I'm forgetting his
name.
He didn't.
Who? You talking about Doug Collins? No, he didn't.
Doug Collins.
No, he didn't.
Mike wanted him to stay. Jerry Krause said, "I'm the boss."
Jerry Krause got Doug Collins out of there. That wasn't Michael Jordan.
Jerry Krause told Michael Jordan, "Doug is out. Phil Jackson is in." Jerry Krause made moves against Mike's wishes. He was still upset about him trading Charles Oakley.
Right.
Of and best friend.
Right.
Didn't realize it was good to have Bill Cartwright because he needed that center to compete against the Ewers and the Elijah Wan, et cetera.
Right.
Jerry Krause made moves against Michael Jordan wishes. Michael Jordan wanted Johnny Dawkins. Jerry Krause said, "No, we're going to draft Brad Sellers."
But he
don't like it.
Jordan was okay with getting Collins out of there. I know they were cool and he was with him later in DC.
Mike wanted Doug Collins to stay. Jerry Krause said, "No, he's out. Phil Jackson's in."
I don't think that's...
that's what happened.
If Michael Jordan didn't like Doug Collins, he wouldn't have gotten back on the Wizards.
Exactly.
They made up later.
He was always cool with Doug Collins.
That's more Jerry Krause. That's more the management.
Right.
They had nothing to do with Jordan. I should be honest. Jerry Krause was going against a lot of things Jordan wanted. Because Jordan wanted some of his North Carolina teammates on the team.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that part of it's definitely true. He definitely went against.
You don't get this, and see, this is the point I'm trying to make. I was getting there, but I was trying to finish my where I was going there. Y'all got there eventually, but What I'm trying to say is no NBA star or Hall of Famer like similar to LeBron James has never had that type of power, that type of control over an organization.
That's not
Byron
true.
Scott said it.
That's not true.
Byron Scott said it. LeBron should be the coach.
Maybe
He should be
Cleveland.
Coach James out
I
there.
said that on
He
social
should be
media too.
Coach James.
I
Byron
put
Scott said, make him the coach. Make him the coach.
Magic
See
had
what he do.
total control. Kobe had total control.
But it was some
But
pushback
LeBron has
though.
power above another level. LeBron has power no players has ever had on a team ever.
No, not that. You know, that's the people not understanding. People say like, yeah, Mike had some control, Kobe had some control. If anything, Mike had less control.
Right.
You know,
Jared Cross for sure. That he was the sheriff for Sean any chance he got. That's why they always butted heads. That's why Michael Jordan to this day still says Jared Cross, who he did for 7 years, he's been gone because he didn't do what Mike wanted him to do.
Right.
He did what's best for the organization.
But you know, you gotta look at this too. Okay, let's say Kobe and Magic did have some control.
Not some.
You know, but look at this. Look at this. Hold on. You know, I'm gonna take us back in history. Do y'all remember when Kobe wanted Chris Paul on the Lakers?
Yes.
That got vetoed. I mean, that got overturned by David Stern. So Kobe didn't always get what he wanted.
But there's a reason why David Stern overturned it.
Yeah, you know, and
do you know why David Stern overturned it?
Yeah.
The man was a hater. The man was a hater, basically. Yes.
Yeah.
He was a hater. He was a hater.
That's not why he overturned it.
Kobe wanted to play with CP3. Just imagine. Okay, just picture this. I know we're doing what ifs, and sometimes people hate what ifs. But just imagine if Kobe Bryant had like a true point guard like CP3. You think he wouldn't win another chip?
He might have won it.
Well, I mean, I'm a massive Kobe fan, but in that particular case, David Stern had to do. The NBA was owner of the Charlotte Hornets, so if the NBA didn't own the Charlotte Hornets at the time, they would have let the trade go through. They wouldn't have done anything. They had to do what he had to act in the best interest of what the team in that particular case would have wanted. Not in the. He didn't do it for the NBA. They owned it Charlotte at that time.
Well, Jay, it's the New Orleans Hornets, and also as well, he did it for the NBA.
The New Orleans.
He's a commissioner. Yeah, he did it for the league. He was commissioner first, owner second. So anything is for the league rather than the team.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, if they didn't own it at that time, the NBA wouldn't have come in and been like, "No, you can't do it." If Charlotte on their own did, or I'm sorry, the Hornets did it on their own, he wouldn't have vetoed it.
And then and then on top of this, okay, people gotta realize it's a pattern with LeBron. This is not just happening in Cleveland. This is not just happening, in LA. It's been a consistent pattern with him.
Wait, so you think LeBron got Darvin Ham fired?
Well, okay.
I'll say this right here.
I'm going a little tangent. Let me get back into the Darvin Ham. This is the reason why I think he shouldn't have been fired. For one, his first year as a rookie head coach, he got the Lakers to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Western Conference Finals, but
I'm sorry, Western Conference Finals. Thank you, Gerald. Western Conference Finals. He got them to the Western Conference Finals. That's one round away from the finals, and they went up against a great team. And a lot of them Denver Nuggets games, like people want to say like Denver Nuggets was like dominating them. I mean, it did because they swept them in a series sweep. But you look at them games closely, the Denver Nuggets wasn't blowing them out like that. You know what I'm saying? It came down to clutch moments. Some of the stuff came down to like clutch moments. Just like in Game 4 in the Western Conference Finals, when LeBron, he was trying to hit the last shot, to win the game. Because I believe Denver was up by 1. I don't remember the exact score, but I think Denver was up. In that case, he was trying to win the game, but send it overtime. So the fact that LeBron didn't get that, get that shot off, That's not on Darvin Ham, you know, or the fact that Anthony Davis, no. Let me finish. The fact that Anthony Davis, he didn't show up, in some games, like, he had one game, he had like 30 and 15. He had another game, he had 8 and 10. You be like, no, that's not Darvin Ham. That's the players.
That's what AD stands for. Always doubtful.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. But
So,
I made that point to say, like, we gotta get into a point where we always bring in coaches for players not performing on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, going back to Frank Vogel, with the Phoenix Suns. That's not his fault either. Because Bradley Beal didn't show up in that 10-1 series. Well, what the hell did Bradley Beal do?
Cash checks.
I
That's
mean,
all
we
he
being
did.
honest.
Cash checks. That's all he did.
Book showed up some games. Actually, most of them. Kevin Durant showed up most of the games. But Bradley Beal, he supposed to be this, high paid player, but he ain't playing like a high paid player. You know what I'm saying? That's what about some of the old school basketball, when there's a whole players accountable. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to get back to that. It was more reverence for the coaches back in the days too. Like coaches was much more respected than now. It's like now there's like interchangeable parts. You say, oh, this don't work. They ain't getting past the first round, the second round. Oh, fire him. It shouldn't be like that. It should be properly analyzed, the whole situation, because the fact that Darvin Ham, won games, the fact that he's able to get them role players to win games without LeBron and AD being in the lineup on some of the games they was missing, that says a lot.
Oh, don't forget too, they made a big deal about winning the NBA NCAA tournament. Put up a banner and everything. 17 championships
There
and
you
NCAA
go.
tournament
NCAA
banner.
tournament. That's another possible for Darvin
They
Ham.
made a big deal about winning that tournament. The Lakers are the NCAA tournament champion.
Yeah. And then going back to Frank Vogel, he's with the Lakers at one point. He won the
He won a
bubble
championship with
ring.
he won
them.
the
He won the bubble
championship with them.
championship. The
He
bubble
won a championship,
championship.
and next year he's fired.
Yes.
What the hell?
Well,
Okay,
Yeah, he
idiot
shouldn't.
decided that this team
He
needs
shouldn't have
Russell
got fired.
Westbrook.
Vogel's a
right.
that's proven to be a
But
good.
ain't no, just be honest. People can call me a LeBron hater for saying what I'm about to say. LeBron is uncoachable. He's hard to coach. He's very
That's the
hard to
problem,
coach.
Greedy. LeBron is the coach.
I mean, because
That's the
I don't know
problem.
if y'all seen the clips. That's what I mean. Like this, it's actually like videos online where LeBron walking away from Darvin Ham. He trying to drop a play, then he trying to get Austin Reeves to move out out of the huddle with Darvin Ham. That's a viral video. That was all over Twitter. So you tell me you already saying that you know more than the coach. When you do stuff like that, you walk away from him when we try and drop a play.
Yeah, that's the problem. He think he's the co-assistant coach. So that's the problem. But yeah, Darvin Ham and Frank Vogel, I think we're both unfairly fired, and it's gonna happen as long as players make these gargantuan salaries that the coach can take the axe for a guy making $50 million, no showing. I like
But
Bradley Beal, which is so
I,
unfair.
Yeah,
I'm not
Bradley Bill,
disagreeing with you
Bradley
guys
Bill
if they
stealing
got.
money, man.
Go
I'm
ahead,
not
Jay. Go ahead.
disagreeing with you guys if they got scapegoated, and
They
I'm just
did.
not. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just still want to know because, like I said, did not watch the Laker games like that, so I don't know. Did Darvin Ham? I mean, what? How did he handle situations? What type of actions did they run? I don't know. Like I can't sit here and be like, okay, he's a good coach or a bad coach because
What I do know is
I would just be making it up. I don't know.
what I do know is there reports that LeBron veto plays that Ham would throw in. LeBron would
There you go.
have the team do things that LeBron wanted to do. Darvin Ham throw the play. LeBron said, "No, we're gonna do this." I do there are times that Darvin Ham would have sent LeBron. LeBron said no. He would have put LeBron back in. LeBron said no. So LeBron did his own thing at times. So it's kind of hard to coach a LeBron-led team when LeBron does his own thing at times. And that can times the team veto against you. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
But all
that's
the
you know,
many star players do those things.
But
But
LeBron does it at another level though.
yeah,
He does it at a level
but
that
you know
Mike
what?
never done before. Mike has
That's
never done that.
blatantly. He blatantly did that
You said Mike
on
never did
TV
that
multiple
before?
times.
No,
Blatantly.
no.
Blatantly.
You said Mike never waved off a play before?
I never said that. Mike has never
No.
respected the coach the way LeBron has.
Mike had more respect for Phil Jackson than LeBron had
Yes,
for any coach he
yes,
been with.
yes,
Let's
yes.
keep that 100.
Remember the time he was at the Heat? He shoulder brush spokesman. He just basically just gave him a shoulder bump on the way to the bench.
Yeah, that's when he was on Miami,
Yes,
and
yes,
and that's the point when he was trying to get Eric Spoelstra fired.
yes, yes.
And
And Pat Riley shut that down.
yeah,
Pat Riley shut that down.
and I respect Pat Riley for that. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. You a star player. Who are you? Get your ass on. Excuse my friend. Get your ass on
Pat
court.
Riley is the boss. He proved that with
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler talking all that crap, man. Pat Riley
Yeah, that
said,
was
"Shut the
funny.
fuck up," basically. So Pat Riley down there is the boss of the South Beach.
Yeah.
So I'm clear to understand what things do you think he does that other star players over time on his level don't do? So I understand.
Man, Jay, we go on and on about LeBron. It'll take another 20 minutes to say what LeBron does.
No lie.
But basically, I break it down. LeBron has basically fired the coach while the coach was 3rd-11. He also changes plays at will. He sits down and comes in at will. He also has a team meet against the coach at will. He does things on his own thing, whether it was best for the team. He does what's best for LeBron James, whether it was best for the organization he plays for.
Do you know what 1-4 down is?
What's that?
1-4 down is what Gilbert Arenas would ignore his coach with all the time. 1-4. Run this play. 1-4 down. F you. 1-4 down. All the time.
Gilbert Arenas is also the same guy that had a gun in the locker room. Gilbert don't have much sense. He had a gun in the locker room. What sense does Gilbert have?
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, you know what? I'm going to we're gonna have a podcast.
4 people down.
Yeah. We're gonna have a podcast where we're gonna explain that where LeBron is above everybody else and what a player does with anybody else. We're gonna have podcasts about that separately, but we gotta go on to the
we're
next
gonna have
topic.
to, because it's not enough time on this.
So this week Austin Rivers is further trying to get away from his father's shadow by having this large debate between NFL players and NBA players. On Monday on the Pat McAfee show, he said that 30 NBA players can jump ship to the NFL. And a lot of NFL players playing every time really went against that. Charles Barkley said, no, we cannot play football. So I'm going to ask you both, is Austin Rivers trying to make a point or is he gaslighting for clout? I'm going to start with you, Greedy.
Well, I'm going to say this, man. He out here goddamn mind. Man, that's like saying, like, I'm in the IT field, right? I can do like a medical field job. No. It's a reason why people play in certain sports. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they could do it, guess what? They would be there. It's just as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Now, there has been exceptions to the rule. It has been exceptional players like Deion Sanders on prime time, where he did multiple sports. But in the day, you know what I'm saying? Football is a different sport than basketball. Football is more physical. Basketball, you know what I'm saying? Especially the way it is now, it's a little bit more finesse with the rules. You're not getting banged up as much. You're not scared to come across the middle like you will be in football. You come across the middle, you're gonna get a big impactful hit. They can push you out some games, or probably a whole season. So two different sports. So I think Austin Reeves is out of his mind. I mean Austin Rivers, not Austin Reeves. Sorry, Austin Rivers. I'm just gonna say it. That's my take on it. They're two different sports. A football player can't come in and play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because the training regimen alone is different. The way you have to train for the sport is even different. So no, you can't take 30 basketball players and put them in football. No, you can't.
I mean, I would have to hear to see what context he was saying in terms of taking 30 the 30 best athletes in the NBA and the 30 best athletes in the NFL and kind of switching and see how it would turn out. I mean, unless they played basketball before, the NFL players, I mean, it's one thing if they were really good in high school or maybe they played in college. They're going to have a difficulty time. Let's say you actually wanted to bring them off the bench and contribute. They don't know, football players generally don't know where to move. They can play some good D on you. They'll press up on you. They can be a little physical, and they can do that aspect. But in an NBA game, especially these days, the way the rules are, especially in the regular season, I mean, they're not going to have any value. They're not going to be able to shoot well enough. But you can take, if you took the 30 best NBA players, I mean, maybe, I'm not saying they would be stars, but you could, there's a few people where I went to school who they would try to plug them in at tight end basketball players. Like you can go out. I played tight end 1 year in high school, and then they actually asked me if I wanted to try to play, even though I played basketball in college, play tight end. At least try to play tight end for the team. I wasn't going to get a scholarship or anything, but come and play. But can a basketball player go out, block tight end, go out, catch it? We don't want to get hit, but it's more likely. I can go right now and I can go run a route and maybe catch a ball, but an NFL player playing, contributing to the NBA and who hasn't played basketball before, the skills are so much different. Football player, exactly. You're a force of nature. You can do things in football through will. You can block. You can shed the block as a tight end. If you can catch, there's a guy named Savon Troutman who went to Pitt after me. He actually they called him to. He was a good player in college, basketball player. Never played football in his life. They had him come to Redskins camp. He didn't make the team, but he was big. He was strong. He did fine. He just didn't make the team. I mean. I think it would be easier, like I said, if you took 30 and 30, more NBA players would be able to contribute something somehow, whether they be a kicker or whatever, to an NFL team if need be. Then NFL players, they just wouldn't have the skill set if they never played basketball to play in the NBA. Even someone like Randy Moss is good at basketball. He's a good hooper, but doesn't mean he knows where to move and stuff to play in an NBA game.
Yeah. So, when Austin said this, I think he actually meant it, but I think 30 is a bit much. If I look at the scan the entire NBA, if I were to scan the entire NBA, I think I'm come down to maybe about 5 guys that make the switch to the NFL. I'm looking at Zion Williamson. No. I mean, before, yeah, but now LeBron 39. He's too old for that. For the switch now, he's 39.
I mean, prime LeBron, my bad.
Zion Williamson, I think he could do it because Zion is built like a tank. So I can see Zion being maybe a tight end, defensive end, something like that, linebacker, something that can come off the edge and wreak havoc. Somebody like Anthony Edwards, because he's so big, he's so fast, he could be like a receiver or a defensive back. I'm also looking at I won't say PJ Tucker, but PJ is so old. I'm trying to think of guys like in the 20s, guys in the 20s that can come over and make the jump. It isn't that much.
No, it
isn't that much. But I can see more NFL players come to the NBA and making the switch because, like you said, they might know how to move, but they can't play defense. And they could hit a jump shot. All they got to do is play 10, 15 minutes and do a few fouls and sit down.
But you can't in today's NBA. You can't the way they expose non-shooters. Maybe in the 80s or 90s it would work, but now if you can't shoot, you got to sit on the bench. You can't be played. Especially if you're playing guard. If you're
I don't know. It's a lot of bigs who don't shoot for nothing still.
Rudy Gobert,
Clint Capella, Steven Adams. I mean, they big.
You're talking about guys. You can put Rudy Gobert in the high post or in the short corner. You can't put a 6'4" football player playing guard in the corner where we need to shoot the corner three, he'd be bricking it off the side of the. Especially if you never played basketball for it, and NBA range, and in a stadium like that, it's not like shooting in your high school. When you play in a pro, like in an arena, like if you play like in Staples, or if you play in Dallas, two gyms
Garden,
it's completely different. It's like there's no backdrop. It's crazy.
That's why you said it. That's why you said it. A lot of former tight ends are former basketball players because they similar. Like the skills like similar. You play basketball. Guys like Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez.
But they played.
Jimmy Graham, yeah.
Right.
They all play basketball. Yeah.
Right. They played basketball. But even someone like Randy Moss and T.O. are both really good at basketball, and neither one of them at their best could play in the NBA. Because of the way they play. They don't move in a way, and they're really good basketball players. Don't get me wrong. But they couldn't play in the NBA. They can't shoot well enough. They more played like power forwards, and they were only 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" at most. Maybe Randy Moss is. I forget. But I mean, like I said, nobody could just do it though. I don't think NBA players could just leave and become NFL stars or anything. But
first you gotta be tough enough.
What's that?
First you gotta be tough enough. You gotta be able to take some hits.
Agreed.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah. NBA players are more finesse nowadays. They used to be tough physical, now they're more finesse.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Luka Doncic crashed about to foul every 2 seconds. So yeah, you're right about that. Luka definitely will go to the NFL.
He'll be getting knocked around, man.
He'll be on the bench, first play. Take me out.
Yeah.
Wait, G, you mentioned. I know you don't have it on the thing, but I have that. I mean, what do y'all? If you don't mind me asking, like, what do y'all think about what Anthony Edwards is doing, man?
Well, since you said it, now it's time for the main event.
Here we go.
NBA thoughts. So go ahead, Jay. Start us off with your thoughts on the NBA playoffs.
I mean, I think that what Anthony Edwards is doing, I need you all to understand that what he is doing right now it's so beautiful because what he's doing is he's mixing old school and new school game. He's catching in the triple threat, and then he may decide to get into his bag. But even if he gets into his bag, he'll get into his bag to try to get to his spot, and then he'll use his footwork or he'll catch. He's not just like using his bag for nothing and being out there like He's first catching it, turning in triple threat. If I don't have anything right off, either a catch and close out or a sweep and go, he'll back up and then get into his bag, but not get into his bag to go crazy. Get into his bag, 3-4 dribbles, get to his spot, bang. And he's playing defense. And he's a two-way player. He's a three. You can even call it a 5-level player. He can mid-post. He can post. He can drive from the perimeter. He can get in his bag. He can put. What he's doing right now is, I don't know if he'll continue to play like this, but it's his footwork. Look at his footwork when he's playing. It's really, really nice. Reverse pivoting. It looks like he's being fancy, but he's playing out of the triple threat. He's catching and not starting to dribble right away. He's attacking. He's catching and attacking the closeout. He's so a lot of times he's getting those when he's getting in the lane and he's getting those layups. He's passing and he's cutting off a UCLA cut, which they don't do a lot of UCLA cuts in the NBA anymore. And he's catching and getting the layup because he's a big, strong guard. So once you come off that screen of that UCLA cut and they throw it over the top to you, if you're a strong guard, and then he's also playing through contact, which is such a beautiful thing because they're letting him play. Anthony Edwards right now is, I mean, he's better than I thought he ever was going to be.
Yeah, he's definitely special. You know, to note that he getting compared to Michael Jordan, you know, that's something else. Now, I don't think he on the Michael Jordan level yet, but you know, he have some flashes of Michael Jordan. I will say that.
I'll say this right here. I guess we started on Timberwolves Nuggets. The Timberwolves are winning as a team. Yes, Anthony Edwards is on a whole other level. He I think will be a top 5 player within the next season too. He's already up. He's already top 10 right now. He'll be top 5 the next season too. He is absolutely showing up. Carl Anthony Towns is finally proven to be a number 2. He has no show previous seasons, but he's finally showing up. So that's a good thing. Mike Conley is playing good point guard, showing Phoenix what a point guard actually does. Naz Reid is proven to be the 6th man of the year. Really good man. When he plays, is the defensive player of the year. He has proved his defensive range from a few years ago, proving that he does earn the award. It is 4th.
Do you think he should have won the defensive player of the year?
He has proven his range. Like before, when in Utah, when they would take him out to the perimeter and couldn't do that, they had to sit him down. But this year, he's proven that he can actually defend the perimeter, so he has earned the award. And I think they didn't want to give Wembanyama the defensive player of the year.
That's why I thought he won it.
On a team that won only so many games.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they
But that's never been a part of it, though.
No one has it, but still, you can't give a guy that award and his team when he won, 22, 23 games.
Yeah.
But they were a top 3 defense with Vic on the court in a box.
Yes, we know that. He was good, but the team was garbage.
Double the blocks.
He was good, but Pop didn't deserve to give him a team that's garbage, so that held him down. Now, they could have died Rookie of the Year, but they couldn't give the player of the year on the team that's only won 22, 23 games. You can't do that.
You brought up a good point because I had questions about that. Actually, I posted some on my Facebook page, about that. And I said like I felt like Wemby got robbed, but then again, when you put it that way, you know what I'm saying, it does make sense.
Yeah, so Minnesota is doing it as a team. So now I'm gonna go to Denver. Hold on, wait.
You just said it though. You just said it. Minnesota is doing it as a team. They have a great defensive team. Like their defense is sick. It's sick.
Yes.
So even more, I would say that would be an argument for Victor Wembanyama to win the defensive.
You can't give a guy the award when the team didn't do so good. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do that shit. Yeah, you can't do that. No. You can't.
I'm gonna have to agree with. I don't have to agree with that. If that wasn't the criteria, then you probably get the win. But the fact that probably was looked at in consideration, then you got to go with Rudy.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch over to Denver. I mean, Minnesota has been shutting them down, so basically the Joker is gonna have to prove that he earned the MVP. He's gonna have to carry this team. He's gonna have to carry this team on his back. He's gonna have to have a 30-30 Kevin Love type game against Minnesota for the next 5 games.
Oh yeah,
to win this series.
You're right.
Because Jamal Murray ain't right. He's not healthy. He's something wrong with him. Aside from the fact he throwing that beam or whatever was on the court, doing that stupidity, he not healthy. KCP, Aaron Gordon, they all being shut down in Minnesota. So the Joker's gonna have to carry the team. He's got to prove.
Yeah.
Even though Minnesota's dominated, Joker to me is still the best player in the whole series. So he's gonna have to prove it. He's gonna prove the MVP award. He's gonna have to have a 30-30 game the next 5 games to win the series.
You said you think Joker's the best player in the best player in the series?
Just won MVP. Evans on his way. Evans on his way, but the Joker's still the best player. That's why he's MVP. So Joker has to prove
he's playing the best in the series. I mean,
no, Evans is, but Joker overall still the best player. So the Joker's going to have to have 30 points, 30 rebounds. He's going to have to facilitate the ball on offense. So the ball's going to go through him. So they're going to so that will slow down Minnesota. And also on defense, he's going to have to just expand his range too. I'm not saying Anthony Edwards, but he got to expand his range on defense too.
Yeah, that's the thing. For him to even get like a win or 2 in this series, he's gonna have to have like a Wilt Chamberlain type of game.
Wilt Chamberlain type series from now on. Yes, you're absolutely right, Greedy. Absolutely.
Do you think from the scoring point of view or the playmaking? What
everything, scoring, playmaking, rebounding, defense. He's got to do it all. He got to carry the team on his back, Jake, to win this series.
But does Denver is their game like in terms of like? I feel like Denver runs through like him although he scores, don't get me wrong, and he can score, is him setting up his teammates for easy shots, and that's how they start rolling. And then him and Jamal Murray.
but he got to do more of the scoring as well as the facilitate. You got to score more and facilitate a little bit less.
I think the game plan needs to be different. I think they need to protect Jamal Murray, get him out of the pick and rolls, get him into some more catch and shoot so he doesn't have to use his leg.
Jamal Murray is injured. Jamal Murray is injured, so it's best he doesn't just be a shooter right now. He's not healthy.
That's what I'm saying. Protect him.
Yeah.
That's why he needs to just stay in the corner, wait for the ball to shoot, rather than try to just move around. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah. He was hurt since the Lakers series, and I was telling people, I was telling people, especially like the Denver fans, even the Laker fans. I was like, well, we haven't seen a great game from Jamal Murray, and even the Lakers series. Their last game was better, but we haven't seen too many great games, where he shot the ball well.
Yeah, like I said, it's his Achilles or his calf.
I know it's a leg injury. Let me see what it is for sure. Let me see his injury.
And is it his right leg or his left leg? That makes a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, because that depends on what side he like to drive to the most.
Because if he's right-handed, then he can't go. If he can't go, that means every time that he gets to the left, he has to go off 2 feet. He can't go off his inside foot. That makes a big difference. I mean, how is
Jamal Murray? So Jamal Murray has a left calf strain.
Yeah, a left calf. I mean, you can't like extend and go off one leg. Everything you do is going to be off 2 feet now. Defense is probably, and it's lower calf.
Left calf strain.
Yeah, I mean that's tough. I mean, it's going to be tough for them. I mean, I don't. Michael Porter still he's playing well, but he's continuing to play well. And then Aaron Gordon's going to have, I think, maybe have a really big game.
Yeah, don't forget, Michael Porter Jr. got some idiots for brothers. One got banned from the NBA, for gambling. Another one in jail for years for a DUI. The third one did something. I forgot what the third one did, but all his brothers are just idiots. So he's a little distracted.
He's playing for his brothers right now. He's out there.
He has to. They already got no money and no sense. So he got to. He one man ticket for 4. So credit to him.
Do
you
guys think Denver can make any adjustment? I mean, as I said, I've caught the highlights. I've been a highlight merchant just because I'm busy. So
I'm gonna say this right here. The Joker realizes that he has to prove he has to carry the sheet on his back. He has to do more. He knows that. So the Joker's gonna do what he can, but I'm still gonna go with Denver. Minnesota at 6. He's gonna lead with 2 more wins, but Minnesota will put it away at 6.
But do you think he can do more? I mean, that's daunting what he has. He can do well. But you think he can do?
I think now the Joker is the best player in the league. Like hands down. Well, not hands down, but he's the best player in the league. It's either him and the B. Him and the B. Like him.
He was about to get surpassed this year if it wasn't for injury.
Yeah, but right now the Joker's still number 1. He's gonna prove it. But at the end of the day, Minnesota just go overwhelm in the end. So I got Minnesota at 6.
But you not to mention, I was in somebody else's video on YouTube. I want y'all opinion about this. Do we know that Joker is one of the few star players in the league that don't have an all-star on his team?
I can believe it.
I mean, there's some nuance.
Don't get me wrong. Jamal Murray should have been in some of them all-star games, but the facts are the facts. Jamal Murray then made an all-star team.
True. But I still think Jamal Murray, and I'm a Sixers fan, but I think Jamal Murray is better than Maxey. I mean, he's in the West. I think Jamal Murray is better than Maxey. I like Maxey. I'm a Sixers fan.
That's the debate. They both good. They're both pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be a good debate too.
Yeah, that will be. But who you all have with the series?
For Timberwolves and Nuggets, I'm gonna go Timberwolves. Timberwolves got the momentum. The fact that they stole 2 road games, they already in the driver's seat. So it's really they serious to lose.
You got them in 4, sweep, 5, 6, 7. What you got?
I'm gonna say Timberwolves probably in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's over in 4 games. But just the fact that the Timberwolves defense is so overwhelming. So I'm gonna stick with Timberwolves in like 6. I'm gonna stick with Timberwolves in 6.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I'm done. I'm done. You good?
The only way I see Denver coming back is if they start reffing again like the regular season. The refs are letting Minnesota impose their will. I've been telling people this for the last like 3 years. The NBA playoffs in the playoffs I think it's the way they ref is so much better. It's because you still have the skill, but they let them get more physical, and they've been doing it for about 3-4 years now. In the playoffs, as long as you have where Anthony Edwards can go out and he can guard even if Jamal Murray isn't injured, and he can press Jamal Murray knowing that he has good wings and a good defensive scheme behind him, along with Rudy and Karl-Anthony Towns that are going to be at the basket. Even if he gets beat, you have all that energy and you're able to recover, and you can also play like cornerback sometimes because you guys and your scheme. And they're allowing you to be physical, and you're big, and you're a strong guard. You're 6'4", 6'5", and you have muscle, and you like that contact. I just don't see. I just can't, especially with Jamal Murray being injured. I honestly, I think it's going to be. I think Jokic is going to have one game where he does it, where he comes in and does work. Probably the next game. But then I think the Timberwolves are going to close it out in 5 if they let them stay physical like this. Like they're just not able to match them physically. They don't have anybody on Denver that can guard Anthony Edwards because KCP's a good defender. But look, when you're bigger and stronger than someone and you're a good player,
Ant-Man.
I don't care who's in front of me. If they're smaller and weaker, I mean, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. Put it this way. Don't get me wrong. And please, it's going to sound a bit crazy, but Allen Iverson is a much, much, much better, obviously better basketball player than me. But if we're going to play 1-on-1 and it's for my life, and I have to post them up every time, because if you ever saw AI in the Big Three, the reason he stopped because they just posted them up. I would just post them up as many times, and if you know how to play, you would just post them up. If there's nothing you can do, Anthony, if someone's smaller than you and weaker than you, and you know how to play basketball, they can't guard you. It doesn't matter how good they are. They could be a better basketball player than you. It doesn't matter.
So you're saying using your physical advantage, your size advantage.
He has physical advantage,
Yeah.
hops advantage, athletic advantage, and right now his technique, his footwork is excellent. It's beautiful. It's a work of art. You could show kids what he's doing, coming, getting in his triple set, reverse post. He's doing it. It's beautiful. It's very, very nice. He's mixing old school and new school basketball offensively together very, very nicely.
And you know,
Timberwolves in 5. Timberwolves in 5.
Okay, and you know, thing like about Anthony Edwards, man. You know, he be talking that talk, man. I like how he told KD, like, you old, man. You know, you can't guard me.
Old niggas versus young niggas. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Old niggas versus young niggas.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, James, you were saying, basically that's what Shaq did his whole career. Just use his weight and mass just against guys. And
Right.
Stacey King, saying when somebody smaller on you, he called it bounce to the house. So that's what it is. Basically, all day. Bounce to the house all day.
If you can hoop and someone's smaller than you, they should never be able to guard you, even if they're technically a better basketball player than you. If you know, if someone's smaller than you, it doesn't matter how good they are. It doesn't matter if they play in the NBA. If they're smaller than you, you know how to just play a little bit of basketball, you should be able to at least score on them. I'm not saying you can stop them, but you should be able to score on them.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yep. Other things say, also come down to heart. Because sometimes you can be bigger than a person, but you ain't got no heart.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
That's
So
true.
let's go on to the other series. That's going to game 3. The Knicks 2-0 over the Pacers. Jalen Brunson did his Willis Reed impersonation. I thought he was out for the rest of the game, but he came back.
Yeah.
Knicks fans cheered, and he went on the run and put the Pacers away. So tell me, if you were Rick Carlisle, what would you do to change the Pacers' fortune?
Well, shoot, they got to figure out a way to stop, the head of the snake. They got to figure out a way to stop Jalen Brunson. Well, you gonna double team him, or you gonna put like a more physical guard on him or something. You got to figure out a way to slow him down. Because if you can't slow him down, no, you gonna have problems.
I mean, they're cooked. Indiana played run up and down basketball all year. They don't play defense, and Halliburton is injured. I mean, if you don't play D and the Knicks are going to out physical you, there's nothing that they can do because they can't run half court. They can't run half court offense, and when someone doesn't know how to run half court offense, it's easy to stop them in the playoff. You slow the game down, and Halliburton's injured. There's nothing.
Great point. Yeah, I almost forgot about that because I was wondering why, like, Halliburton wasn't, perform the way he normally should, perform the way he should perform. But that's a big emphasis, him being hurt.
Yeah, I say this right here. Yeah, I think Indiana, even though they like to run up and down the court, I mean, just the name being the Pacers, I think it's best that they slow down the game. That way they slow down the Knicks too, and try to come a half court team and try to go through Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner more down low. That would,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Too late.
It's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. That's why it's game 3.
But to change your offense and go from they were a straight fast break team. They were not like run offense at all. So all of a sudden to change, even as NBA players or as coaches, to change the game plan and then actually try to come and then go to Miles Turner in the half court over and over again, which I like Miles Turner, going to him over in a playoff game in the half court, get them into some type of action, quick hitters, yeah, I think that would be great. And then Siakam, I like him. Maybe you could go to him a little more, but that just feeds the Knicks game. Because if you slow it down against the Knicks get to settle in. They want to be more aggressive than Indiana. They want to be able to outmove them. I mean, that would just play into Indiana's game. I don't know that. I think Indiana would really, really struggle if they tried to go to that type of game plan. I think it would end very ugly.
But another thing about that type of game, that half court game, when you going down the post, you got to actually have bigs that have some post moves. And it's not a lot of bigs in the NBA. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not a lot of bigs in the NBA that has like good post moves. To be down there and dominate. It's like a lot of them like they're like stretch 4s or stretch 5s. They were just building perimeter. Or mid range if that. But when you go out on half court, you got to have some post moves. Because if you're not comfortable in the post, then they're not gonna be an area they're gonna thrive in.
Yeah, I say this right here. Big J agree with you. You're right. I say this right here is I've only really seen one guy basically have moves. That was the Dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. Everybody else,
one guy.
Hakeem was the other guy I really saw have like the moves on top of moves. I've never seen Kevin Kelly in person. I'm saying I saw Kevin Kelly on YouTube. I've never seen him play on TV. I'm saying outside Hakeem, I've seen Hakeem on TV chop guys up in the post. That's what I'm saying.
You're talking about change like move for move, but even if you go to, I know Shaq overpowered people, but Shaq had drop set. Shaq had jump to the middle, hook, right and left.
Kareem had good post moves.
No. I know that Kevin Kelly and Kareem had post moves. I'm talking about guys. I'm talking about.
Did you see him growing up?
I've seen Watch growing up. I'm talking about guys.
You saw Shaq?
I saw Shaq, but Shaq used his badge. He used his weight more than no post moves.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Go,
Shaq's more physical. Shaq's more physical.
He is more physical, but the difference between Shaq and other big guys. Now, if you guys recall, Shaq went to LSU. You know who he went to LSU with?
Stanley Roberts.
Stanley Roberts. And Stanley Roberts was big and strong, but didn't have any post moves. Shaq does actually have. He has right hand, left hand hook. He has the drop step. He has the seal. Now he does use his power, obviously, but he actually still has the post moves. He knows and can do post moves. Patrick Ewing, although he was shooting a lot of J sometimes, when he came in from Georgetown, he didn't have a lot of post moves, but he could catch the ball in the post. He could reverse pivot and go. Who else came up during that time? Obviously, we mentioned McHale, but like Barkley had good post moves, but he went more mid post. So Barkley would catch it mid post, turn threes. I know they're not as pretty as the Olajuwon moves. I mean, as refined, but they had the thing. A lot of guys had the drop step. They had
go-to post moves. They had go-to post moves.
You know who had really good post moves was who was it? What's his name? He wasn't a star, but he played for the Hornets. Al Jefferson. Al Jefferson's post moves were nice. Al Jefferson had all types of up and under, boom, 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 boom. I mean,
Big Al, yeah. Big Al was decent.
Pretty as when Dream does it. Dream is like, especially for those 2-3 years, it looks beautiful. But there's a lot of guys who have
Karl Malone, the mailman. The mailman, he used to play in the post.
Did he? Wasn't Karl?
Sometimes.
Go ahead.
No, I would say he was the pick and roll master with John Stockton. John Stockton reached there. He's in the Hall of Fame. He got 2 MVP awards.
But these days, it's also the play in the low post is a little bit more difficult because you have to catch the way they can play defense now and the help. Like, you know how Shaq can catch it so deep down there?
Yeah.
You can't. It's the way they come and do the double now. You can still catch it in the post, but it's a little bit more difficult to catch and go. It's easier to catch. It's easier to catch it at the mid post and go. But I mean, I forget where we're going. But the post moves, I think some guys have them, but a lot of some of the you know who has post moves is Anthony Edwards. He has post moves.
Yeah, he does. It's just now that a lot of guys like to just jack up threes, just run the perimeter. Very few guys like to go down low.
Like the 4 out.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? That's the thing. People make fun of the old school basketball, but some guys there's combo down the post. They was like fundamentally sound. Yeah, I should say, fundamentally sound.
What are we considering old school? 80s, 70s, 60s, 90s? What's old?
Well,
80s and 90s.
Yeah, all the way up to the late 90s, I should say. Dave Robinson, no, Tim Duncan, he played down the post too, but
Tim Duncan had post move fundamentally.
Yeah. Tim Duncan has some good post moves, but they went on Olajuwon. To me, Olajuwon's a go post move. But Olajuwon should be like a soccer player, so he played soccer, so his footwork was impeccable.
He's a great footwork. Kobe and Jordan were great post players.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think about all the big men though. All the big men in the modern day era that has that's combo in the post.
Very few, because a lot of them are stretch 4, stretch 5. They like to check up the threes. That's why 3-pointers were popular than ever, as Ben J said.
Vic shoots threes, but Vic has post moves. Wembanyama, he has post moves.
Yeah, he does. I guess it's because he gained a little weight. I guess that's probably why he's so light right now. He need to gain about a good 20 pounds. So once he gains that weight,
he's going to be a problem next year, though. He's going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah. You can't be too thin in the post now,
You're right. This year, he was actually a problem. He had cost the Denver the number 1 seed.
Yeah, he did.
Said they beat San Antonio, they would be the number one seed. Then right now they be playing Dallas. They be over on Super Dallas.
Are you guys watching the game right now? The Dallas game right now?
Yes, yes.
Who's
I
winning?
actually that's in the background. You know who's winning?
It's 87-79 Mavericks.
Okay.
I don't
That
have
could go 7.
I don't
That
have
could go 7. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That could go 7.
for that series, I know my playoff bracket I pick OKC. Only because of the defense. I think OKC got better defense, and OKC has a hungry talent. Like Shea and them, they hungry.
Yeah.
You know.
And to me, Dallas would need somebody besides Luka and Kyrie to consistently provide offense. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't know who
You don't
going to be
believe in Tim
scoring.
Hardaway Jr.?
Not every game. I believe in Tim Hardaway Sr. I believe in Tim Hardaway Sr. Be Tim Hardaway, but not Junior.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Sr. was a beast, man. He has some mad handles. That's what other people don't talk about. Like when it comes to handles, and they say people are nice and have no handles. So go look at Tim Hardaway.
Yes. Run TFC. Yeah, they dominated over there a few years.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the series will go 7 between the Thunder and the Mavericks. I would say the Thunder is 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie to you. That one's difficult to me because it's such Luka and Kyrie are such a wild card. If they decide to go off and well, I mean, they might just go crazy and end up winning the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I was OKC, okay, Luka scored, Kyrie scored. That's fine. Shut down everybody else. And we still got a good chance to win. We still got a good chance to win.
I would bet OKC is a better team. I just would be scared to bet it because you never know with Luka and Kyrie. They can just. But OKC is a better team technically.
Yeah.
So it's the rumor that the Thunder may trade some of their players to Phoenix to reunite with Kevin Durant. If you were the Thunder, would you make that trade to bring KD back home?
I would love that for KD, and I would want him to win the.
I know for him, but I'm talking about for the team. I'm talking about for the Thunder, not for the KD.
Yeah,
for the Thunder.
So let's go to finals. So SGA, KD, we're keeping
Jay.
we're keeping him.
Yeah.
Where we have those three.
You're keeping I guess the good Jalen Williams, because they got 2 Jalen Williams. So keeping the good one. You keeping SGA, you keeping Chet Holmgren, you keeping Lou Dort.
Do it. I want to see it on here. Coming home. Coming home. Tell the world he's coming home. I want to see.
You gotta trade,
OKC to win.
You gotta trade Josh Giddey. Yeah. You gotta trade Josh Giddey.
Have to come off the bench.
Yeah. Josh Giddey, you traded him. ESPN helped him escape the Chargers, so now he can just go to Phoenix. You get rid of him, and you trade somebody else.
OKC.
Yeah.
OKC as a third. KD is a second, third option.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, Them KD then don't have to play that many minutes either.
Right.
Yeah. And let's go to Dallas. Of course, they got Kyrie and Luka, but the front court, they are missing something. What would you give Dallas? Would you give them like a stretch 4? Would you give them like a 3-and-D guy in the front court? What would you give them? A center that could bang? I don't know. What would you give them?
Shoot. But first of all, in that front court, I give somebody who can rebound the ball. They're strong down there. They can do putbacks and all that. In case shots go off the rim and all that. But people are shooting so many threes nowadays. It's more long rebounds than it's close rebounds. So a stretch 5 or a stretch 4 that can rebound, that'd be good.
If their rookie doesn't rebound well,
Lively. I think Derek Lively and David Gafford are good combo center. I think between the two of them, good at center. I think we need something in the forward position. I don't know what it is. Maybe something in the forward position.
Yeah, I don't know what the Dallas needs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched enough of them this year. I know they have a nice lob threat with the rookie or second year player, and honestly, I wish Luka would try to. I know he's in good shape, but get a little bit better shape, play a little bit better D, and then also, I mean, I would like to see what happens if you take. I know he's a great player, but take the ball out of his hands a little bit. Play, just a little bit, or maybe get or at least have like a. I don't know.
You say he should play more.
Save him for the playoffs. Keep him from getting injured. He doesn't have to have the ball all the time.
No, actually,
you saying he should play more off ball then.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he should never have the ball in his hands, but I wouldn't mind seeing. I think it would help him to be a better catch and shoot player.
Actually, doing that. Actually, Luka and Kyrie, have actually learned to play together. So that's not the issue no more. The issue is they need better guys around them. Something they're missing elsewhere on the roster. Kyrie,
solid
has the
role
ball
players.
more. Yeah. The guy that a role player can show up every night.
Okay.
If you have that, I think they'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah. So
who's available? But who's available? Who's out there? And what's the do you guys have any idea what the contract situation is at Dallas? Do they have room to sign somebody? What is it?
You know how many things happen. Let me see the top free agents. So I got OKC at 7. Who do you all have?
I'm gonna say OKC in 6.
I'm gonna say OKC in 6 too. I agree with you 100%, brother. OKC in 6.
Okay. All right. So the top free agents, of course, number 1, Tyrese Maxey. He's not going nowhere. Paul George could be on the move.
Oh man.
Yeah. More than likely, he's here with the Clippers. Clippers gonna keep him. They're gonna pay whatever they want.
Well, need somebody to be that new arena they're gonna have, right?
Yeah. LeBron number 3. I'm trying to see a guy who may change teams. Pascal Siakam is number 4. He may change teams. OG Anomali, he may change teams. So Dallas could get one of them two.
Oh yeah.
James Harden ain't going nowhere. DeMar DeRozan, the Bulls may give him $40 million, so he ain't going nowhere. Tobias Harris, I mean, Dallas could get him, but I think they shouldn't.
Now, what's the point?
Miles Bridges, even though the off-court stuff I don't like, I would say this: Miles Bridges can play, and if he came to Dallas, they'd be a way better team on the court.
Oh, but what's his? We were just saying, does Miles Bridges does he do the things that you just said Dallas needs?
He is a awesome slasher and much improved off the dribble scorer. So he can slash. He can also score off the dribble. So he would open up the court for him, and also the court for him as a slasher and as a scorer. So he would help him out. He also defends a little bit too. They say he has skill level, quick feet, and great athleticism. So he's very versatile.
How is he on the defensive end?
He'll be very solid for Dallas. I can see that. He'll be very solid.
Is he good on defense?
He's not bad on defense. He's not great, but he's not bad either. So he's decent on defense.
Yeah.
So
I see though. I mean, I don't watch Charlotte too much,
give me the starting 5 with him on Dallas.
You would have Derek Lively, PJ Washington, of course, Miles Bridges, Luka, and Kyrie.
So where's this? Is that enough? Is that enough shooting and defense?
I know that PJ play a little defense, and Miles Bridges play defense. Yeah, I mean, two guys in the backcourt will play defense, but your front court play defense. So that would, on the back end, I guess, would help out.
Yeah.
That's tough because does the rookie protect the rim well? Because anytime if you're going to have that, if you don't have with Kyrie,
Lively is playing good. And Derek Gaffney's backup is good too. So that's why I center. Okay. He got a good combo there. That's why I ain't worried about center.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we said about the Pacers and Knicks. Who do you all have? I know I got the
I got Knicks.
Knicks. Yeah, I got the Knicks at
I
5.
got them 6. Oh, 5. Okay, yeah.
I
I say 5 too. I say 5. Yeah. Because I just want I just want to say that the Knicks can win. They make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's one of my posts like a week and a half ago when I saw when they were doing to the same Sixers. I said they can definitely be in the ECF with Boston.
well,
Jay?
you know what? Well, I mean, look, as I mentioned earlier, there's a couple reasons why the Knicks are going to win. There's a couple reasons they're most likely going to win in. They might in 5. They're probably going to win in 5 for these reasons. One, Indiana has no half court offense. Halliburton is injured. Not if you look closely, one of the reasons that the Knicks are doing so well is because you have Brunson. Brunson is fundamentally sound. Will get into the lane, play at triple threat, and all his Villanova boys will do the same thing and play defense. They know where to move. They know where each other are going to be. And then you have Tibbs, who on top of that is preaching defense. People think they're just winning because Brunson's playing so well. It's not that. It's the fact that I mean, that's a part of it. But it's the fact that they know how to play with each other so well, and that those particular guys, both DiVincenzo, Brunson,
Hart.
Josh Hart. I was gonna say Josh. Yep, Josh Hart.
What's that?
Josh Hart.
Josh
Hart.
Josh Hart, and it's the way they were taught at Villanova. Believe it or not, Jay Wright taught them correctly how to get into the lane, when you get in there, where what to look for. Their footwork is very solid, and they know how to play. Sometimes you can have a team of players that are technically better than another 5, but when you have 5 guys who know how to play and know where to move, that's what's happening with the Knicks.
They got great chemistry.
And they're going to win in 5, at the most 6.
You said a key point right there. The team chemistry does matter.
Yep.
You're right about that. You're right about that. As it proves in college. So tonight,
and knowing how to play. That's under. Like, you can be in the NBA and not know how to play basketball. You can be really good. It doesn't mean you're not really good at basketball, but you cannot know where to move, where to cut to, where to do different things to make the game very easy. It's like if you're in a matchup, I mean, and someone is guarding you. I know when I was younger, I would always be thinking, oh, well, he's really good. Blah, blah. It doesn't really matter. Like, if you know where to move and how to move, and especially if you have a solid point guard, you can always get yourself open for a shot or a lay or like getting a back tip or playing defense and taking it. And that's what the Knicks do. And honestly, a lot of what they're doing starts with what those Villanova guys learned under Jay Wright.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You know what it is? The Knicks have a lot of guys who went to college for 3 or 4 years. I miss the old days with guys with the college 3 or 4 years. Not only did they grow as a man mentally and physically, they also learned the game of basketball and how to play it before they came into the league. 21, 22, ready to play immediately. Now you got guys 18, 19 that can score the ball but don't know the fundamentals, what to do. Going to college will show you that. So that's why it was good they went to college 3 or 4 years instead of being one and done. So that's why the game is not gonna say watered down, but is as fundamentally as it used to be.
Yeah, that's true. Like we mentioned, you got big guys, that came and do post moves.
In the college, you would learn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the old days. So tonight, the shock of the night, the Cavs beat the Celtics. I for sure thought they were going to get swept. So
did they beat the Celtics?
They beat the Celtics. So shout out to the Cavs for that. So they
I said Celtics 5 though on my post.
All I know is Jason Tatum's not that guy.
Yeah, all I know is that Cleveland came to play. They didn't come to get swept. So shout out to them. So Cleveland, they're gonna try to make it a series, but what? So who do you have win the series?
Celtics in 6.
Cleveland in 7.
Cleveland in 7.
We said
Cleveland in 7.
Whoa!
That's a hot take right there.
That's a hot take. Because I think one reason that Cleveland
I
won
like it though. I
because
like it.
Look, man.
Jared Allen didn't play, and Jared Allen and Evan Mobley kind of like when they play, they kind of like get each other's way. So when Jared Allen comes back, him and Evan Mobley going to be clogging the paint again.
Wait,
So
is Jared Allen coming back this series?
he might.
Oh,
He was out tonight.
Oh.
He was out tonight, but he made me back. So because Allen and Mobley
Oh.
really don't play good together. So one is out, the other play better.
Yeah.
And Evan Mobley had a monster game tonight.
Oh man, you know I missed that game. I gotta go back and look at that game. Actually, you know I missed that game.
Is Porzingis back? Is he coming back?
Porzingis is out. I don't know if he could be back. He need to be, but he was out. First had a good game was Karis LeVert.
7. You heard it here.
Karis LeVert had a good game. I forgot he was on the team. I forgot he was there. And he showed up, had a good game. So shout out to him.
Yeah, that's great.
Forgive me, I'm just box score watching, but 118-94. They blew him out too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland in 7.
Oh, yo, shoot.
I'm gonna go with Boston in 6. I think Cleveland gonna push Boston. Boston go.
Yeah, I see 6 games. I see 6 games. I definitely see 6 games. But hey, if Cleveland pull this off, man, Jago has something to come back and talk about.
And for sure, if Boston have to really reassess their team, they lose this series. Boston be going straight to the finals. If Boston do not make the finals, they need to reassess everything.
Yeah, they coach Jason Tatum. You know, they might break up their team.
They're gonna have to. If they make the finals, because other teams either injured or really not ready yet. And Cleveland not ready yet to me. They missing a player too.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Donovan Mitchell? What level of player do you think he is?
Donovan Mitchell, I think on a championship team would be your second best player.
Yeah, that's why I was going with that too.
He'd be like your number 2, which is fine, you know. But I don't know. He would be your lead player on a championship team.
Okay. Yeah. What about you? You think it's the same thing?
Yeah. You know, yeah, he definitely be a strong number 2 on somebody's team. A strong number 2.
Yeah. So before I let y'all go, one more question. This Wednesday is the NFL schedule release day. Anything you two are looking for?
I'm looking for the Bears to win more games. I tell you that.
Yeah, we know that, but this about the schedule. Dude,
only thing I don't know. I always like when the Bears play the Eagles. That's always great. But I don't know. That's it.
Not this year. You know? Well, I'll say this right here. I'd rather for the Bears play the Packers early in the season, both games, because I
agree with you.
I'd rather not wait to for Caleb Williams to play the Packers. I'd rather they play the Packers early.
Yeah, their system. You know, get the demons out your system.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy. You know, Aaron Rodgers left they left our division, and we still having problems with.
Well, that's the thing. Green Bay always has a good quarterback, and we don't. So that's one reason.
Yeah.
They have a better organization, better quarterback, better organization. That was going to be better. Yeah. So I read on Monday, since 1992, the Bears are 15-50 against the Packers in the last 32 years. 15-50.
Ooh, it hurts.
That's pathetic.
I'm a Bears fan too, and that hurts.
That's pathetic. That's sorry.
Man.
But yeah, so your Eagles, I know, you know, it's always big when they play Dallas. That makes some games to watch. And I know with the Giants,
beat them Cowgirls.
Saquon Barkley playing for the Eagles. It's gonna be a big game against the Giants too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good we're going to be. I hope we're going to be good next year. I mean, we're losing some, you know, players that have been around a long time. Losing Kelsey, hoping that we're going to be really good. I'm not sure. I mean, Barkley's always hurt, so I'm not. There are Philly fans who are excited that we have him. I mean, I like him, Barkley, but I'm not like excited. I don't even know if he'll play more than 4 games.
Man.
I mean, who knows? He's always injured. I mean, he's good though. If he plays, great.
Don't forget, I'm saying, don't forget that Fletcher Cox retired too.
We say it again.
Fletcher Cox retired too.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to be on my show. I truly appreciate it. Yes, go ahead,
No
Jay.
problem.
Do we have a little
problem.
more time? Because I asked you guys a question. I just want to get your guys'
Yeah,
basketball.
go ahead. Yeah,
So I know where you guys stand as I talk to you guys over time here basketball wise. So can you guys get who to you guys are your top 5 basketball players of all time? Because I just want to get a feel for your and why. I just want to get a feel for your guys' basketball take. So I know.
Oh well.
Okay. So number 1 is Mike. No reason, no explanation needed. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Bill Russell. I was gonna mind Bill Russell. 11 championships. He anyone too as a player coach. It's just I was gonna be about top
the
2.
first one. Yeah.
Number 3, I'm going with LeBron. What the man does is just extraordinary. And 4 or 5, I'm always got to go with Magic and Larry. I can't put them out my top 5. So there it is. So Mike, Bill Russell, LeBron, Magic, and Larry.
And but what's your logic though? Why? What's the
Not only are they 5 of the best players the league has ever seen, they're 5 most important players. These 5 players also help advance the NBA to a whole other level because Magic and Larry, their rivalry made the NBA popular and Michael to another level. LeBron made so many guys want to play ball, and Bill Russell is the greatest winner the game has ever seen. I can't just have about top 5.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So my top 5. Okay, obviously Michael Jordan. For the reason you said, Gerald, he done so much for a game, and in my time growing up, he was the most exciting basketball player to watch to me. I mean, you watch Jordan, you always expect that he's gonna do something that you're gonna never see again. And then second, I got Bill Russell. He also was my second. And third, was Bill Russell because of the winning aura. He won as a player coach and he won as a player, and he also was one of the greatest defensive players in history. And one of the best rebounders. And not to mention he was an undersized center. Okay.
So neither one of you air a text.
Huh?
Neither one of you air attacks.
Air checks.
Air attacks. You don't tax people for their error.
What? I'll put it like this. I put it. Okay. Oh, go ahead, Gerald.
No, go ahead.
I'm saying.
I'm just asking. Go ahead. Just say what you're saying. I just wanted to ask that.
Greatness is greatness, and Bill Russell's greatness cannot be denied. The man won everywhere: high school, Olympics, NCAA.
Okay, good.
And okay, and my third one is Kareem. Because what you just mentioned. He won college, he won NBA, well, pretty much everywhere he went. But and he also was unstoppable. One of the famous sky hooks that could nobody block. And he also was a great post player, rebounder, defender. That's my number 3. Then going down to 4, I actually have Magic Johnson in there. Magic Johnson, a lot of people forget, what I'm saying, he won the Finals MVP and Rookie of the Year, which one of the feats that we never seen in a while. And he also topped. He had top tier passing. Ultimate playmaker. And that's why when people compare Magic Johnson to LeBron, I see why the comparison. Because to me, LeBron his play style more of a Magic than a Mike. But one thing that Magic had, was his infamous passes. You go back and watch highlights of him and Bird going at it, man. That was just amazing. It was just so amazing. To watch. and he also did a lot in a short period of time. That's the other thing about why I got these top four so far that I mentioned. They done a lot in a short period of time too. We can't forget about that. And my five, I struggle with this a little bit. I was bouncing back, from Bird and Kobe. But I do have LeBron and Kobe, in my top 10. I was gonna let this show. I do have them in my top 10, but I'm gonna go and give the Bird because the way he changed the game, as far as like him and Magic, changed the game. As far as like, we had games on table lay, NBA was like dying a little bit. And Magic and Bird made it back more popular. And like Gerald said on his other point, Michael Jordan made it more global and paved the way for players, like Shaq's, the LeBrons, the Kobe's, paved the way for them to get more money. So
So in the same light, let me ask you this. So those are guys that you just chose. So if you took so any player in the NBA, we're talking about them at their peak, not in their prime, at their peak. We're doing a draft. You actually had to play the games. We actually had to play the games. Any players that you want, peak, not prime, peak, the best 3, 4, 5 years, whatever the case may be. So you're saying that if you had to play the games, you would pick. You actually had to play the games. Play the games. You would pick those same 5 players, both of you.
Yes.
For probably my fourth and five would change a little bit, but
yes,
at the same time, I tell people this all the time. It's hard to compare eras because other players had more advantages in certain eras that they didn't. Just say like for instance, like the eras now, free agency, players have more free agency. Like back in the 80s and 90s and 70s, they have much of a choice of which team they want to get traded to, or or player movement. And the mentality was different. People wanted to fight. They wanted to play. They want to take each other down, where they team up with each other.
Right.
Instead of like, how can I say it? Instead of teaming up with the competition, they went against the competition.
You would win more games if you drafted Larry Bird to your team instead of Kobe Bryant. You're picking everybody. You're starting the team, and you have to play the games. You think you would?
I say this right. I say this about Larry Bird. His intelligence was second to none. He had the instinct.
Oh yeah, that IQ was off.
He had the instinct that very few players had. Him and Dennis Johnson had this mind trick that worked for years and years, and other teams never got over it.
Okay, so if he's better than Kobe, I want you. So, what are the reasons he's better than Kobe? So, what makes Bird better than Kobe? To you guys.
Okay, so.
Well, I started to say like he's a better shooter for one.
Yes, absolutely.
He's a better passer.
Yes.
Now Kobe was a better defender. No, I get Kobe. Yeah, Kobe was a better defender, and Kobe was a little bit more athletic. But far as overall game, I say it's pretty close. But I still have the I still have the I still give another the Bird, even though like you I wouldn't be mad if people pick Kobe as well, because Kobe was a beast, but when it came to like ultimate IQ of the game, Larry Bird was just like bar to none.
Second to none.
Okay.
So I said, yeah. So I say, Jay, so my starting five, so my top five, I got 2 guys that can play all 5 positions, and LeBron and Magic.
No, hold on. I want to get that, but I'm asking. So, but you agree that you would take Bird over Kobe, right?
I'm fine with that. Yes,
for those same reasons.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm asking you if for those reasons Larry Bird is better than Kobe, how is he not for those same reasons better than Michael Jordan? Please explain. Don't side talk it.
Okay. All
Don't
right.
Oh, you
side
put it on the
talk it.
spot. Okay,
By what you guys
Okay.
just said,
All right.
Larry
All
Bird is
right.
better than Michael Jordan. Based
Okay.
on what your words, not my words.
Okay. So I say this right here. I mean, Michael Jordan had a killer instinct that was second to none. Kobe was second.
Yeah.
Michael.
You're really not going to say you can't get into Michael Jordan's head and Kobe Bryant's head and definitively say that either one had more killer instinct. They both had disgusting killer instinct.
But you know
Okay.
what? But you know what? You know, Michael Jordan still has the highest, one of the highest clutch stats in the finals.
So
You know,
yeah. So
you know, as
Jay,
far as game winners.
yeah.
See, for me with Michael
Yeah.
Jordan, you know, it's the ultimate clutchness. You know, and people say like, you know, well, you know, so and so this in 2 minutes, or okay, say like LeBron hit more game, you know, what did they say, buzzer beaters or whatever it was in playoffs. But when it came to this is my thing with Michael Jordan. When it came down to the ultimate dance, when it was time to get a freaking bucket within the less than 30 seconds, Michael Jordan was the man.
Larry Bird wasn't?
No, Larry Bird was, but Michael Jordan's on a different tier. You know, when it comes to clutchness.
Okay, so Jay, I see your point. So okay, so being from Chicago, yes, we are biased towards Mike. It's
Yeah,
no doubt
that's
about that.
what he wants
We're
to say.
biased. It's okay. It's okay. You're from
Everything that you just said, though,
yes.
about Bird being better than Kobe, you could all apply that over Jordan. I'm not saying I think Bird's better than Jordan. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But,
Yeah.
That's
but
okay.
what you're saying, but by those metrics, you would have to also say that Bird is better than Jordan, based on what y'all said.
So we're
But
biased. I
love Bird. But Bird's not better than
said
Jordan.
we're biased. We from Chicago, we're biased towards Mike.
Yeah.
It's okay to be biased because
But you know what? But you know what too? I'm gonna tell you why you can't say the same thing for Kobe, because Michael Jordan got the most accolades in history. Let's get that out the way. He has the most accolades in history.
Kareem does.
No, he don't.
Kareem has the most accolades.
No, he don't. Not the most accolades.
Okay.
Maybe stat records. Yeah.
We can go through them.
Well, okay. Let's put this close. We stick with the NBA. We're not talking about college. We're talking strictly about the NBA.
Okay, so
Michael Jordan, you know, it was a stat online. Michael Jordan has the most accolades in the NBA history.
I don't know. I mean, that's not. Those are.
No. Listen. We talking about defensive player of the year. We talking about defensive player of the year, all-time defense. We talking about scoring titles. We talking about MVPs. We talking about Finals MVPs.
Kareem has all of those.
No,
okay,
Kareem did not have him.
I got it, y'all. I got it. The player with the most, awards, trophies and awards of all time. Michael Jordan with 37.
Bird and Kobe. That's all I'm talking about. Is Bird and Kobe. I'm not trying to get Jordan into it. I mean.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay. Well. Let me just go there then. Okay. Kobe, you know, he has great talent. You know, his handles is good. You know, his passing is good. Now Kobe could pass the ball he want to, but the passing part wasn't on the Bird level.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and you know, Kobe's more athletic than Bird. You know, I give him that. But when it comes to shooting the ball, when it comes to like, you know, free throw shooting, 3-point shooting, you know, all that stuff, Larry Bird has him on that. And then when it comes down to ultimate clutchness, you know, Larry Bird has him that. And not to mention,
wait.
Well,
Larry Bird have him there?
Well, it's close. I ain't gonna say he had my amount, but it's close. Yeah, I have to clean it up. You know, it's close.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the same argument that you guys are making. I'm not disagreeing with you.
But here's the other thing. Wait. Here's the other thing. And this is not Kobe's fault, but Kobe came off when Bird started Bird was a starter. He came in the league as a starter, and so he was automatically in the leadership role months earlier. Kobe came off the bench, and
Yeah,
Kobe,
because he got out of high school.
yeah, yeah, that too, because of rules. Everybody say that this wasn't Kobe's fault. I had to say that wasn't Kobe's fault. But what Kobe had to learn, Bird was already there within a certain time period.
Oh, I don't want to hold you guys. I know we can talk about another time, but do you also, if you were drafted and playing a game, you would draft Bill Russell right now over Shaq?
I would, yeah.
You draft him over Shaq to play games today. For real? Come on, man.
Okay, so today, today, I would pick Shaq.
No way.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is you talking about today?
Today's game.
Okay. Well, that's been the story then. That's been the story.
Right now.
See, everybody say you can't compare eras though.
And hold on.
You can't compare eras though.
I'm even going to give you 2 years of Bill Russell training with modern stuff. 2 years I'm giving you to train. And I'm still taking Shaq. Orlando Shaq, LA Shaq, later LA Shaq. Any version of Shaq I'm taking over any version of Bill Russell.
Well, but then again, then again, you know what I'm saying, Shaq
They actually play a game.
Shaq is an easier pick. But then again, you gotta remember that Bill Russell guarded people like Will Chamberlain. And and Will Chamberlain was strong as heck.
Bill Russell's great. He's great. He's a great player. He'd be an all-star today, but he wouldn't be Shaq.
You're right, because
300 pounds compared to what was Bill Russell's weight? Oh my God,
240, 250. He wasn't that.
Oh no, they ain't got nothing on Shaq.
He was only Bill Russell was only like about 6'8", 6'9". Now in those days it was tall, but now with more 7-footers, it'd be a lot harder for him to play as well as he did back in the day. I will admit that.
Yeah. I have to be right around my answer. Shaq. With the height and the weight.
Shaq is like 7'1".
That's hard to deal with.
7'1", 330. So
that's hard to deal with, man. My bad, man. I'm thinking talking about like back in the day rules. And I know you talking about today's. I had to re-listen what you were saying.
So Jay, who was your top 5? We said so who was yours?
Well, I mean. To me, in terms of first, I'll break it up into, and I'm not going to put it in order. At the wing guard position, it is hands down in no particular order. LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. They're just different in terms of IQ combined with athleticism and combined with skill and size. And they can play defense, and that's why, as much as I love Magic and Bird, that's why Magic and Bird get removed, because the level of defense that Mike and Kobe and LeBron can play is far surpasses what they can do on that end. And then when you take the big men, I'm taking Shaq, Kareem, and here or there on Wilt. I go back if I need to look more because I haven't seen him play a lot.
Wilt was a monster.
His numbers are so crazy. I hate to take him out of it, and he's from Philly. So, I hate to take him out of it. So I think that's – but definitely if I'm playing a game – I'm definitely taking LeBron. I'm definitely taking Mike. I'm definitely taking Kobe. I'm definitely taking Shaq, and then probably taking Kareem.
Yeah. I mean, your roster is good, but where's the point guard? You're like Phoenix. This year. No point guard.
LeBron's playing.
No point guard.
LeBron's playing point guard.
You think he's a better point guard than Magic?
LeBron can play all 5 positions. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll put Kobe or Mike at small forward in the 2. I'll put Shaq at the 5, and I mean if I can't fit Kareem in, I'll grab Elijah. I'll grab like Elijah or something and play the game. But I'm definitely Shaq, Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron. I'm definitely. I mean, they're always on my team. And don't worry, I get Magic and Bird being in there. I get wanting to put them in there. But Magic's my second favorite player ever after Barkley. But defensively, they're not even near the same level as. I mean, let's say you had to switch it up. Like you could, like Jordan or Kobe, if they had. I'm not saying they would be great point guards, but I know Jordan played a year at point guard, but they could do it. But if you put Magic, and you needed Bird to anchor your defense or play the two or guard some positions, they wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? Like I said, I chose my top 5 off of importance to the game. But those 5 are the most important guys to the history of the NBA.
Yeah, that's cool.
In my opinion.
Oh yeah, if you're saying it like that, like importance, then yeah, of course I'm gonna have Bill Russell, I might have George Mikan on there. George Mikan was super important in the game. He had 4 chips, you know what I mean? All that. But in terms of if we had to play the games, I'm definitely off the board for me is going to be, and I don't know what order I would choose them. Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, Shaq. Those are the 4 I would take if I was the GM and we had to play games.
Okay, so this question: who would be your coach? Of all the coaches that ever coached in the NBA, who would you have as the coach?
You know what? Give me I think I might take Pat Riley because he knows how to do Showtime, and then he can be like, all right, we're gonna totally flip the script and do defense and stuff. I'm not saying he's the greatest coach of all time, but a coach that can handle all those egos,
all the personalities,
also make him do certain things. Give me Pat. Give me Pat.
Okay, Greedy.
I'm gonna be a little biased when I say this, man. Give me Phil Jackson.
Okay. 2 good choices. I'll do something different from y'all too. I'll do Greg Popovich. I'll go.
That's a good
Coach
one too.
Pop.
That's a good one too.
I'll go Coach Pop. Coach Pop is the man who played their defense at all times, and then they be out there just playing, doing their thing. After Coach Pop chewed about, they be on point from the game on. Yeah. So, fellas, we gotta do this again next week. Hopefully, Trey will fix this issue and be back.
Do you know? Hey, I'm trying to. How do I mix up with can I link my StreamYard to your StreamYard? I've never linked with other. I have other people on, but
I've got that where you can pass it on. You can send it on to your page.
Yeah, because I want to do it. Because I want to cut up the clips and I tried to do it this time. I didn't have time to pull up my StreamYard. I had trouble logging in, so I just used the link.
So if you can't get it,
we can connect it so we can record on both sides, correct?
We should be able to, yeah. But if not, I'll just send you a copy, so don't worry about it. Yeah, so let me ask you, so Greedy, how can people reach you on social media?
Right now, I got a YouTube page called Greed Sports Talk. It's a few videos now, but it's a lot of shorts. And then Facebook, you can find me on Facebook, Greed Sports Talk. That's where I post stuff, about the NBA, boxing, NFL and stuff like that. So yeah, we still building it up by now. I haven't done it as much because I've been doing some of my personal studies, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
All right, Jay.
I don't have any sports stuff up now, right now, because I'm busy. I'm looking for a new digital marketing position. So, I made my own website on WordPress, but it's just my job site, unapologeticmiddle.com. So if anyone out there is looking to hire in digital marketing, but in terms of sports, I haven't. Once I am back to my regular work, then I'll probably take some of the clips that I've put together and start posting as well, and then maybe I'll stream some of this stuff as well. But I don't have any social media directly in terms of talking sports. This is the first time I've talked sports in a while.
Okay, cool. You can find me on Facebook, Gerald and Britts, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. My 2 cents on it. For Greedy Sports Talk, for Jay Unapologetic Board, I am Gerald Britts, aka my 2 cents on it, and that was our 2 cents on it. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, man.
Send this to me, Jay.
Next week.
Send it to my StreamYard. I think it should be.
All right, for sure. Have a good day.
You too.
You too. All right, guys. Be safe.
All right, peace.
All right.